Anyways, so what I do with this tear aid here is I cut out a square patch that you can see covers over the sides of the square circumference of the patch. So basically just give yourself an estimate so you can make sure it goes down either side or all the way around. Works quite well for me. So you've got your size that's going to cover, but then you have to think yourself, you want to get this hole as near to the centre part of the of the actual nozzle here of your valve. How are you going to do that? Well, when I first started I was just trying some different shaped coins because you want really a perfect circle. What I found is a 1p coin covered the circumference of the bottom of this valve, because if you look at the valves on these particular North Kites, they've got like a little ridge here which pops into your leading edge. So once you've discovered what size that hole needs to be, you think to yourself, how do I cut out a hole in the tear aid, because the tear aid's quite stretchy stuff. Easiest thing to do is fold your piece of paper in half, so you'll have a half moon. Okay, and then all you need to do is cut out around the edge of the half moon with a pair of scissors, and you can cut that out quite easily. Obviously when you fold it out you have a circle. So what I've done is I've normally just used a spare piece of the tear aid paper to test this with to begin with, just to make sure, as you can see, it fits over, and if you look, it fits directly under that ridge. Okay, but what you find here, if you feel with your fingers, is the tear aid will actually cover over the circumference of the actual bladder itself and hopefully stop any air leaks coming out. The difficulty with this particular method is you've got to be able to get a piece of tear aid over the top of your valve flat, so there's no creases in and around the edge of that ridge there. If you do it carefully and slowly and make sure this area is flat, like I'm doing it on my dining room table, then you should be able to get that over there, no issues. Just thinking, the other thing you've got, which you might see in other videos, you can actually heat these rubber seals up and they will peel off. Okay, so what you might find after time is they peel off anyway. So if you want to glue it back down, like these are normally glued here, you can heat gun these or hair dryer them off, but you've got to be very careful you don't end up melting everything else. So basically it's just a method of peeling this off completely, gluing all the underside of that and sticking it back down. But if you want a quick fix and you've got some tear aid lying around, there you go, cut yourself a piece of tear aid out, stick it over the top of the valve, and boom, you've got a nice fixed area. So what I'm going to go ahead now and actually do that for you, and I'll show you afterwards.